So we're going to continue breaking down more characters for Street Fighter 6, and Capcom luckily released some new Blanka footage on their Twitter today, so let's do Blanka. I think that's perfect timing. So we don't know much on Blanka. They haven't released him for being able to play in the demo stations, unfortunately, so we don't have the move list for Blanka, so we can only go off the very small footage from the 2 TGS days and the Twitter account and the PSN blog. So let's read about his story first. It says, a kind-hearted defender of nature, Blanka has become an adventure tour guide, confident his intimate knowledge of the jungle will serve as a springboard to fame and a comfortable life for his beloved mother. So Blanka is still on the hustle. From the Street Fighter V story, he was like trying to sell these Blanka-chan dolls. He was trying to put them into crane game machines in the arcade, and he was like trying to break into it. And like Sakura was giving him crap for it. So Blanka's story has always been kind of weird. But now I like this story because now he's back in the jungle and he's still trying to earn money for Samantha. He's still using the Blanka-chan dolls as well, which I really like. So let's go over the new footage first. Look at the amount of detail on this stage too for Blanka. It looks great. I mean, how is this gonna run on PS4? By the way, there's so much going on here. Actually, the first thing I want to talk about is the theme. Did you guys hear the Blanka theme in this? Okay, headphone warning for people watching this on YouTube. I'm gonna boost up the volume. Beware. Listen to this theme, guys. I'm positive it's his theme because when they showed Ken and the other characters, they had their themes too. It's really good. It might be my favorite theme. It might be my favorite one so far. Actually, Ken's theme's really good too. It sounds trolly. Imagine making people rage while playing Blanka while they listen to this theme. It's great, right? Blanka's back, baby. I love it. So good. Okay, let's actually go over what we're seeing now. Okay, so it starts off showing Blanka's Taunt, which we've seen before in TGS2. And you can see that Blanka, he has an abundance of Blanka-chan dolls, and this is actually part of his lore, which is really cool because they made him an item toss character now, where he has those kind of moves where he can use the Blanka-chan doll. And it's part of his story because he got screwed over by the manufacturer or something in Street Fighter V. I don't remember exactly, but he had too many of them and he had to get rid of them. So now he's using them as weapons. Like the move is literally called Blanka-chan Bomb. And you can see them, they're like hanging on his back. And there's actually a stock system here where you can carry 5 at once, but we'll go over that when we see that, when we see the HUD. I'll just go over what we're seeing in the Twitter clip. So the big topic right now on Blanka, on his gameplay, is he a charge character? So we talked about this before too. Suspiciously, with all the footage we have, Blanka is doing like neutral standing Blanka balls. So if you like look at this footage right here, once again, this is the Twitter clip. This is brand new. He does the taunt. Now you see him literally stand back in neutral for a few frames. See, he's standing still for a few frames, and then boom, he goes into the Blanka ball straight from neutral. And then watch, we'll see Rainbow Ball. Just random, just does straight up Rainbow Ball. Now, there's a few things to talk about here. First off, I saw a lot of comments on my YouTube saying, hey, that's because they're on modern controls. So I just want to quickly correct everyone on this, is that on modern controls, it's been confirmed from multiple people using it that you still need to charge for charge-based attacks in modern controls. So that can't be the case. So on modern controls, to do a charge move, you charge back, and then you just need to press the button. So it can't be that. It can't be movie magic either, because another theory is that, hey, maybe they're in like some kind of training mode or something where they don't need to do the charge, but you'll literally see here in the footage them doing the inputs for the moves. I'll bring it up. So I'm not sure, but let's just assume for a second that Blanka he's a motion character. I think he's going to be a hybrid. I think that his forward ball and rainbow ball will be commands, whether they're like quarter circle back punch or quarter circle forward, and he still has some charge based attacks like his up ball, which I think we only see it once. I think his up ball will still be a charge, and his air rolling attack is clearly a charge move too, which we'll go over. So maybe he's just kind of in the middle, kind of like Chun-Li is, for example, and his electricity is no longer a mash either. I think that's good because Blanka is getting a lot of moves in this game to not make him, because the thing about Blanka is he's supposed to be this tricky, aggressive character, But he usually turns out to be a very defensive character because of the charge moves, right? So if the Blanca ball, if you can do it from a command, it would make whiff punishing with Blanca so strong. He would be able to do like whiff punish, crouchy medium kick into ball while walking back and forth, you know? And it means he can hit you from super long range and knock you down. You know, it's like Nakali when they have their V-trigger up, or Bison. Now, with all the Rainbow Ball footage, I haven't really seen Blanca manipulate his trajectory. He always seems to go one specific way. Like, I don't know if you can hold left or right. When we watch the gameplay match, I'll pay more attention to it and see if they do that. And then here you see electricity. And once again, he just like walks up. You never see him whiff a button. So it just clearly looks like a command. He just straight up does it. Now we see the OD electricity, and this does 2 hits and knocks the opponent up. They're giving characters, every character, some kind of option to juggle into their level 1 or level 2 super because of the restrictions of level 1s, how they work. So they put them in a juggle state, then you have options like, you know, just juggling or going into your level 1. Honda has this as well. And even Dalsum has this with his OD Flame. So they're giving a lot of these characters these kind of moves. And this will also help like set up, you know, Blanka-chan mix-ups and whatnot, right? Because they have a lot of hang time. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. So Blanka has a new aerial ball move. I don't know why, but he does. Now look at Blanka. He crouches. Like, he crouches right here. So he's clearly charging. There's no reason for him to crouch. And then he jumps backwards and does the ball, okay? So to me, this makes me think like DiCapri. You know how DiCapri, she has her air spiral arrow? So you have to charge down back. And this is the reason why they always jump back when they do this move, because it's probably a back charge move. So I'm thinking this remains a charge move and your down charge remains the up ball for Blanka. So this move, like I said, it just adds a lot to his trickery, right? You're going to be able to bait moves with this and go back in. It seems quite fast, you know, as opposed to doing his rainbow ball. This looks really good. And now he still has his cower crouch, like his V skill 1. And he goes into the aerial ball. So is he charging down back and then it does the canned hop and then he just presses forward and kick or punch or whatever it is? This by itself already looks really good for the Blanka. But when you mix in the Blanka-chan doll on top of this, that's where it gets really nuts. Now we see the OD version. It hits twice and still knocks down. Here's where he uses the Blanka-chan dolls, right? So you see him press down, down really quickly here. Like, look at Blanka. See, he goes down, down. Blanka, he could actually throw the Blanka-chan doll in 3 different ranges so far that I've seen. You can throw it right next to you. You can throw it mid-screen, or you can throw it at the opponent, full screen. Now, when you throw the doll down, it's just kind of planted there, right? And so to make it attack, you use your electricity-based attacks. So that includes his normal electricity and his super. So we see the normal electricity, and it just simply makes the doll move forward, right? And it hits once. If it hits the opponent, it knocks them down. So the second time, he does the OD electricity. I don't know if the light, medium, or heavy electricity changes the trajectory as well, but it's just showing one special. Now it's showing the OD. So he does the OD version, and now the Blanka-chan doll starts bouncing up and down, obviously making it harder to avoid, harder to jump over. And then it hits multiple times. So it knocks the opponent down, but then it still has a hitbox, and then it goes to the bottom where it runs. And it hits again. So you can spend drive meter to really make this doll like super annoying. And once again, when you mix up this doll with your different rolling attacks, you can use it for pressure, you can use it to cross the opponent up, you can use your jungle hop. There are so many things you can do, and I really wonder what the opponent's going to do when you use drive impact on top of this, when they're on block stun. So the third thing they show, and once again, you see how he threw the doll further. He uses his level 1 super. And the level 1 super sends the Blanka-chan doll flying out really fast. And then it just explodes. And I don't know the application. Like, for me, I would think that this would be used like in a setup for a combo. Or to make the super safe. I'm not sure exactly what you're going to do with the super, but it's cool. Okay, so now we have the live gameplay footage. So the first thing is, look on the top right of the screen. You literally see the Blanca stocks here, and he starts the match with 5 stocks total. I don't know if Blanca will be able to restock. I'm going to assume he can't. I feel like he can only do 5 per round. Otherwise, this character will be insane.
When the first one.
So once again, we see the player, he's walking backwards, charging, right here. See? He walks backwards and jumps backwards and does it. You can do the light, medium, and heavy, and you can see how like shallow the light version goes. You could be right in front of the opponent and use it like a shimmy, you know, jump backwards and do the light version, and you land right in front of them and throw them. And then we just saw the jungle hop backwards. He's got jungle hop forward and backwards, and it still goes through the opponent. And there we have the V-Skill 1, the cower crouch.
It's a special.
And we see it like change the trajectory of his jump.
It's a special move.
And there we see it again, like when you cancel out of it, it's just like V-Skill 1 Street Fighter 5.
Move.
And it flips the opponent up for a juggle. Once again, keep in mind that the Blanca player is using classic controls right now, not modern.
It's so Blanca.
It's so Blanca. It really is.
And there's a very cute Blanca icon which you can find at the top of the screen, and actually you can use Blanca-chan.
The doll doesn't seem to do anything when you leave it.
You can find at the top of the screen, and actually
it looks like it's gonna detonate still though. I think you just use electricity to move it, but you can still plant it. I think that's still very strong. Especially since, once again, you can throw it at your opponent.
It's electric attack, and depending...
Okay, yeah. For the OD version of the Blanca-chan doll, it does eventually run on the floor, even if it doesn't hit yet. So we know it wasn't because it hit and then it started running forward.
On attack you use, there are different movements.
And then look at Ken's health here, so you can see the damage it did. See, it didn't do too much damage, right? It's just used for disruption. It's used to lock the opponent down, or to mix them up, or to make the super safe. Oh, we didn't get to see the Blanca intro. We get to see the game face, though. Look how happy Blanca looks. Do you guys like the new look for a Blanca? They wanted to look more like a gorilla. He's not an animal. It's Jimmy, guys. No, he's not a lizard. Did you guys watch the Street Fighter movie with Dr. Dhalsim when he was Nash? Okay, let's watch the live gameplay match now. So keep in mind, the Blanca player is on modern controls now. And once again, he starts with 5 stocks. Bye, Jimmy. Oh man, that jumping heavy kick. Oh, nice parry. See, like when he's doing these rainbow balls, he's not like changing the trajectory. So I'm curious if Blanca can even control that. Another thing too is notice that the OD rainbow ball crosses up. I don't know if you guys remembered, but in Street Fighter 5, the EX rainbow ball does not cross up unless you use it in V-Trigger 1. So this being able to cross up is really scary, guys. But, I mean, I guess you have parry now.
Finish counter.
Oh, did you see how fast the OD Blanca ball was?
Finish counter.
Look how fast it is! He's going back in time! And this burnout animation with Blanca. Okay, look, when he blocks, it's like, remember when Blanca's stunned in Street Fighter 2? That's what it is. It's like the Blanca stunned animation. How he's covered his face? Yeah, the gorilla walk. Did you guys see those Twitter memes? It's great. He trolls you even when he's in burnout, guys. Like, how tilting would this be if you guys had to play against Blanca? And then you hear the Blanca theme, man. He's winning even when he's losing. It's great. There's the back throw now. And there's the drive impact. You see how he threw it full screen here? He threw it over the fireball. So this will help him get around the zoning too. I also noticed that he's not using the Amazon River run. Look at Blanca's dash. It looks like a run. You see how he kind of gallops? Pretty cool. That was so big brain! Guys, he just did what we were talking about. He used the Blanca-chan doll and he went for drive impact. But the Ken was like Galaxy Brain and parried it to stop it. So I guess it does work. Otherwise, why would he do that? Very nice. I wish I would have seen what happened if he blocked. Okay, so he goes... It looks like heavy punch. and then he cancels it into the cower crouch. And we notice the cower crouch seems to low profile the drive impact, which I'm not surprised because Chun-Li can do that as well with her stance. But he presses a button too early and basically raises his hurt box and gets hit by the drive impact anyways.
Yeah, wonderful.
Nice.
So there's a comment.
Look at this button! What is this? Is that standing medium kick?
So there's a comment.
It has to be. I guess he's in modern controls. That's a standing medium kick, right? Either that or a command normal.
So there's a
and then crouching medium kick, OD ball. And then he can combo super after it, level 1 super. After OD ball. That's nice. So you can either go into OD electricity and juggle into level 1, or you can go OD just normal Blanka ball. Very nice. And like I said, that's going to be very strong because if Blanka doesn't require a charge, you're going to be able to whiff punish into that OD ball and go into super. You know, like that's just a really good threatening move. Oh, look at the bananas, guys! The Donkey Kong banana pile. Look on the left side. Look at all those bananas. Wow, so much detail. And we see the Blanka mascot in the background too. Bananas. Okay, this stage is definitely not going to lag online. Oh yeah, I remember this too when Blanka, his drive rush looks so fast. I mean, everyone's does, but look at Blanka. Look how, like, he goes full screen into that crouching medium kick. It's so quick. Yeah, we see the jumping heavy punch, crouching light kick. Standing light kick, cancelable. And that command normal too, I'm really curious about. Looks like an overhead. And then once again, that overhead, will, if it is overhead, it'll be very strong because you combine that with the Blanka Chandal when they're in block stun, right? To open them up with a nice high-low. So it doesn't look like Blanka has his command grab. So this pretty much confirms this is Blanka's alternate costume, right? The mascot uniform? Like, people are, this is gonna be CPT banned again. We're gonna go through this all over again, guys. We literally see him on the world tour and he's in the costume. Right here, we get a good look at that command normal. And then the air throw. Yeah, see, here's an example of the mix-up right here. He literally crosses up as it's detonating. And then goes into Rainbow Ball. Combos into it. Like, that seems so strong. Yeah, we see another combo example here too. The heavy punch into the cower crouch, punch, and then juggles into level 1 super. I know I saw it. There it is! I found it! It's right there! We missed it! See? He's crouching. Look, he's crouching and blocking the Tatsu. And see? That's an up ball. That is 100% up ball. See, guys, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. See? He has it. So unfortunately, that's all the footage we have of Blanka. That's it. I was worried about charge characters like Blanka and Honda, about them being a little too plain. But they did a good job, man. They keep surprising me with how well like they designed their move list and stuff. And I think he's going to feel like brand new again. But at the same time, still very annoying. So I'm sure the Blanka players are very happy. They got some more toys to play with.